Alpaca here, and welcome to the second episode of our zombie podcast. Today I'm joined by Aaron and KP,
Hello guys.
and we'll be talking about the Black Ops 3 maps and how they compared to previous COD maps, and maybe give a few opinions on the maps themselves. And so we'll start off nice and quick with Shadows of Evil, obviously the first map. What do you two think of the map itself?
I think it's a good map, but it is like really hard to get set up on. If you're only just coming into Black Ops 3, it's obviously going to be a really hard map for you, because you're not really going to know what to do with like the rituals and everything. And the pack-a-punch, like getting the pack-a-punch open is just stupidly annoying. So yeah, that's my opinion on that.
Yeah, I'd say it's an alright map. It could have been a lot better. And yeah, the rituals, not knowing what to do. You ain't gonna know what to do for a lot of things, like what the beast does and everything like that. So it's a bit of a confusing map, but it could have been a lot better, a lot better.
Yeah, I think the idea was good, but like the execution was just not good enough in my opinion. The map looked good, but like they had too much like creaturey stuff in it, like Margors.
Yeah, I think the Margors were a cool idea though. They were a bit different.
Yeah, but the beast and that, I think it just doesn't make sense.
Like, compare it to like other maps, you can't really compare it to World at War map because that was just the first one. It's kind of an exemption.
Well, yeah, but it was, it was still one of the first zombies maps we ever played, so that was a lot better. Cause even though it was just, a side project, it was a lot better than Shadows.
No, I wouldn't say it's a lot better than Shadows.
And we've got Kino on Black Ops 1.
Yeah, I think, that's
quite
great.
a simple map.
It's
not really
like Kino's.
It's not really like what's
kind of the same
Shadows
as
of Evil in any way.
Yeah, that's kind of the same as Nact, because they're pretty easy maps. They're just simple, and just fun to play.
I think there's quite similar between Transit though and Shadows of Evil, because they're both quite complicated. Like they have quite big transport systems, and both not really liked. So Shadows of Evil is more popular, a lot more popular.
Nobody really used the transport in Shadows as much, so.
Yeah, everyone hates Transit. Most people hate it.
But yeah, it's still alright.
Has anyone got anything else to add on Shadows of Evil?
Not really. There's not a lot to say about it.
Move swiftly on then to the second map, which is the Horizon Track DLC 1. What are your two thoughts on the map?
I think it's second best on Black Ops 3 maps. I think it's a great map. Obviously they did try and add the bows in to be like the stats, because they realised how good the stats went down, and I think the bows were a great idea because they add some like depth to the map and something to do, like quests and stuff like that.
Yeah, add something to work towards and stuff, so it's fun. Very fun.
For me at least, Black Ops 3 is probably my favourite map of them all, like from Black Ops 3 anyway. I think it's just so well done. Like the hype around the map when the trailers announced it was just so big. It's such a great map.
Yeah, and to add a lot of other stuff with like, it's the same as with Mob of the Dead, adding the the dogs that you have to fill up in Mob of the Dead, but now you have to fill up dragons, which gives you a bow, which is that was a cool idea. It's probably one of the best ones they've done, because it just adds a little bit more around the map and adds, more to the map itself. So it's just a bit more fun to play.
And it like took little bits from like each map, because obviously you have the dogs from the Dead, you have the staffs from the Giant, which obviously weren't the same as the staffs, but they were bows. So yeah, they did try and take stuff from each map, and I think they really executed it well.
Yeah, it's very well done. Very well.
Compared with other DLC 1 maps, I don't really see any other one that was better than
What, which?
Yeah, Barooked in World at War. That was alright.
Good.
Not
Wasn't the best ones, but it was still good. Still fun to play.
Yeah, the Ascension in Black Ops 1.
Which is probably one of my favourite maps.
Ascension was really good.
I don't think it is as good.
And yeah, you had Starlight in Black Ops 2, which I think was an awful map.
Yeah, I didn't like
that. Everywhere.
It was a cool idea to add, you know, where they were and stuff, but it was just annoying to get around the map and stuff. So yeah, it wasn't as good as other DLC 2 maps.
Yeah. Has anyone got anything else to add on
not really.
Horizon Drop?
No.
Well, then we'll move swiftly on to the next map, which was obviously Zetsubo no Shima. What do you think about that map?
I think I think it is a good map, but there's so many things wrong with it. Like the power, that's just stupidly annoying to do. I don't see why anyone would go. I don't see like why they'll decide to do that.
Map down solo.
Yeah. Also, the pack punch is what like you have to get loads of parts and stuff for it, and they could have just done that simple as well. On DLC 1 they did that really simple, didn't they? Just transport the parts from each areas. But on Zetsubo you have to go around the map getting loads of parts.
You had to go to 3 places. It wasn't particularly hard to do.
Yeah.
You know, Zetsubo they just made it hard.
I'm not really even that bothered about like Zetsubo. I think it was such a hard map to play, especially in solo. So, for me, it's probably my least favourite of the Black Ops 3 maps.
I don't know. I kind of enjoyed it. But yeah, as you said, the power's annoying to get on. Trying to get into the power room is really annoying. But yeah, if you're playing it on solo, you're gonna struggle by yourself. So.
But I think the boss fight was easy on it, which was
yeah.
good. I think the
Easter egg was very easy.
Yeah.
Easter egg was probably one of the few redeeming factors for the map. It was fun to play. It was easy to do. I remember when we did it, we had a pretty terrible game, but we still managed to pull it off.
Yeah, it's just too easy to get that done, but that's what we like. We like a bit. Sometimes we like a bit of easiness to it. If you're not very good, then you're gonna like a bit of easiness to it to make it more fun. And then you build up and stuff.
Compared to like some of the DLC 2 maps, DLC 2, apart from Mob of the Dead, was probably one of the weakest categories for DLCs. Like Infinite Warfare DLC 2 wasn't taken very well.
Yeah, but it was good for the storyline. Zetsubo, so obviously you get Takeo's soul, and then you go around getting all the others.
It was quite similar to the DLC 2 map on World at War, which is Shino Numa. You know, it's just they're both in swamps and stuff. You felt like there was a bit of a link there.
Yeah. Just trying to pick. I think what they did is they picked out the favourite parts from all the maps and try and put them together in their final, maps that they did, which is really good because there's a lot of maps out there that have lots of things to them, and they were very enjoyable because of them things. So they've just added them in to various maps and see how well it went.
Yeah. Like, what country was thingy set in?
I'm not sure. Maybe Japan or something. I'm not really sure.
I don't know if it's Japan or Japanese or some.
But either way,
it might be Japan.
Nowhere near any of my favourite maps ever.
No. It was just a bit too annoying. It was a fun map, just annoying. Really. That's all you can say about it.
anything else to add on sets again?
There's one thing I do like about it though, and that is the plant system. I think that was a good idea. Although you did need to use the plants for a lot of the Easter egg, which you have to wait for.
I do like plants and stuff. It's like what's it when you have to find certain water and stuff to make certain plants. You know, if you use the rainbow water, then it'd make a certain good plant. And there was also a really good plant where you use just rainbow water and it makes it into a kind of like a revive plant. So it's kind of like a who's who or a tombstone where you keep all of your stuff and you just, as soon as you die, you'll just respawn back in that location where your plant was, which is actually really good. So yeah.
Into DLC 3, which was Guard Crovey. I know you two.
My favourite Black Ops 3 map.
Yeah, definitely in favourite.
My favourite thing about it is the variety of weapons that you've got. Could go like PPSH, Mark III, and Dingo or Dracon, anything like that, which made it a big map to play. And the Easter egg was really fun, I think, as well.
Really cool. I think like the blue one of that was just so nice.
Yeah, it's a really good map. Very good.
The Easter egg was really fun on it, I think.
Yeah. And adding in them dragons and stuff just make the maps look so much better.
And obviously they did introduce the PPSH, which would be a lot of people's favourite guns ever. So, and they obviously saw that I was the one that added it in, so big props to Shark for doing that.
Yeah, it was a very good idea to add in one of the classic weapons that everyone would use.
But the Pack Punch was, I'd say, was probably one of the easiest.
Yeah,
but it was still
it was still fun to get to, and you know, have a ride on the dragon and stuff, and then you know, having to get them dragon wings as well, and then being able to just teleport there because you've done a little quest within the game itself to get the dragon wings, which is a really cool idea to add in different, you know, aesthetics to your character with like a helmet and everything like that.
Also, it is one of those maps that if you are new to it, it is going to be hard to get set up on, but it's nowhere near as hard as the other maps like Shadows of Eve and stuff.
Yeah, very
comparing to like other maps, like other DLC 3 maps, it's quite symbolic because the Reagan Mark III came in Guard Crovey, and then obviously DLC 3 was the same time which the Reagan Mark II came in.
Yeah, which was buried obviously.
Map,
yeah, they always do. You know, Treyarch, they always do things in threes, so it's quite a fun thing to find out.
Well, I think buried was a alright map, but knowing there's on the
and to add Leroy and stuff was pretty cool, because then you've also got, you know, different ways of getting through the map and everything, which is good.
Yeah, God, Covey's an amazing map, in my opinion.
Yeah, very
up there with one of the best.
Yeah, same.
You know, with what about the World of War? I keep forgetting which way around the World of War maps came.
It was DLC. No, it was the East, wasn't it? They didn't have DLC for that.
Don't think.
The East was obviously a great map. They did obviously re-establish it in Black Ops 3, which I think it was good, but you get the nostalgic feeling from it.
Yeah, it was very good.
Entirely necessary because, you know, they brought it back in Black Ops 2 as well, but
yeah, but they only bring it back because it was they had a last DLC and they wanted to see what they would get out of it, you know, because I think it's good because, you know, it was the only reason they really remastered it on the old console is because it was you know, nobody was playing World of War anymore. So they thought, oh yeah, let's add it into this COD and see how well it does. And it's the same with this one. There's a new console now, so they've just added it in as you know, like a nostalgia from all the other maps.
But also in Black Ops 1 you did have Shangri-La, which I think was a really tough map.
I think it's probably the nicest looking map though. And so is God, really. Like, it's just DLC 3 seems to be the way that the nicest maps. Like maybe not with Berry, that was quite a grim map, but
yeah, but it was still alright. It was still nice and everything. So yeah, it's not, you know, they've done pretty well with their maps.
Yeah, but so that is obviously that was obviously my first favourite map of Black Ops 3, and then the Rise of Jacket second.
Anyone got anything else to add on Gold?
Not really, no. It's just a good map overall.
May as well move on to the final map of this video, which would be Revelations.
Now,
I think for me, it was obviously quite disappointing. It was a good map, but they hyped up too much for what they delivered, really.
Yeah.
A few times to try out to do something like that.
It's one of those maps that you could play out 2 or 3 times and then just get bored of, unlike Origins, which was obviously DLC format.
I don't know if I think the Easter egg has a bit of replayability to it though. Like, I like doing the Easter egg.
Yeah,
but honestly, the ending was really disappointing.
You know, the ending was very disappointing.
Just close right before the cutscene, you'd have to feel the same sadness.
Actually doing the boss fight is just, you know, same as doing it in Shadows of Evil, which is a bit disappointing. They could have at least changed the boss fight instead of just keeping it as the same one.
But obviously, it was a really easy map if you want to go to Highland Zone, because you've got Thundergun, you've got your Puffin Servant. If you're on solo, you could just have both of those weapons and you could go for ages.
Yeah, it could have been a lot better. It was alright. It was, you know, getting to them high rounds and stuff was alright, but I don't know. It just, in my eyes, it just got a bit too boring and a bit repetitive, really. It just wasn't fun at all. So
I think compared with other DLC formats, like you had Origins, which is a lot of people's favourite all-time map.
Yeah, Origins was absolutely amazing. You know, it was a lot different. We never thought it was gonna. I think
Origins was gonna be the I think it was really like they wanted something for the oldest kind of generation of them with a bang, and Origins is basically the way they decided to do it.
Yeah, we never actually thought that it was gonna go like that. And then as soon as that ending came, we never thought, you know, there was gonna be more of it throughout these maps, and then they ended it, you know, with the house and everything like that. So yeah, we actually found out that there was a house in the end and stuff like that, which was really good.
What was the Black Ops 1 DLC format? I've forgotten now.
I actually remember. There was something good, wasn't it?
What was it?
This is one.
Moon, wasn't it? It was Moon. It was Moon.
Oh yeah, Moon.
Yeah, Moon. Oh my god, another one of my top favourite maps. Moon was.
Moon was kind of like the map where there's really something very different, like going to, like, not even being on Earth. It was.
Yeah, and you know that gravity and everything like that. It was fun.
It was like, I'd say out of all the maps, it's probably the most unbelievable one. But I mean, it's not realistic at all, but it's always seemed like whoa, like the Moon.
Well, it is kind of realistic.
Not really. Though. You stand on a teleport and you go to the Moon.
Yeah, but it's It's not meant to be realistic.
I just think that usually when it comes to DLC 4, you usually expect it to go out with a bang, but I feel like Revelations didn't really bring that to the table.
Moon went out with a bang though.
It was hard to find. That was the one thing I like. Like there's mania trying to find the Easter egg, and that was fun to be able to. Everyone kind of linked together like that.
It was
a lot
hard.
of community spirit. Like it felt like you could actually find something because nothing was certain.
And it was like
half the hunt.
Yeah, there wasn't just that Easter egg on the map as well. There was a chalk step. Like, you know, you go around changing all the chalks and stuff, which was good.
And you have the table which you can swap weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah, as soon as you've done that chalk step, you can buy the M19, I can't remember it, 1927 off the wall, and then you could switch weapons on this table in that, which was alright, you know, if you didn't want a weapon or something, and another person wanted it, you could just, you know, swap it with them.
So there was really good aspects to DLC 4, but
well, I liked how they linked so many maps together.
Yeah.
It was really nice to see how everything was just so together. It felt like you were playing like an apocalyptic version of your favourite maps. Because something had gone wrong, which obviously it had with Shadow Man. I really like that kind of dire aspect of the map.
Yeah, it was good map design. It's just, you know, it wasn't what we actually thought it was gonna be.
So I think now we should rank all the maps in our best, like top 5.
Yeah.
So Alex, what is your top 5 favourites in Black Ops 3?
Probably 5th, I'm going to go with Zetsubo. I just did not like most of the map things. It was so hard to film solo. I just didn't enjoy that. And probably Shadows of Evil. I did like certain aspects. It was quite hard, but it's definitely an interesting map. It was one of the most unique ones, I think. And then number 3, I'll go with Revelations. I like the map. I think it's just, if it wasn't a DLC 4 map, I think it'd probably be number 2, but just because it was a DLC 4 map, it just had so much negativity around it. 2, I'm going with God. Love the map. I think it was fun to play. There was a lot of replayability. It was just an overall great map. And number 1 for me is Horizon Drac. I absolutely love it. It's such a balanced map. It's such a overall, it's just so nice. Like having the bows and stuff. It felt like Origins, but like they'd updated it and made it different and one of their own. I love it.
So my top 5 is going to be, in number 5, I'm going to go with Shadows of Evil, because obviously it is a really annoying map, because to get set up and everything it will take you at least an hour to get fully set up. But in number 4 I'm going to have Revelations. I feel like it had so much more potential to it than what actually the outcome was, and obviously the ending made it a lot more worse. But in number 3 I'm going to go with Zetsubo no Shima. I'm not one of those people who hates the map. I think it's a good map. I think there was a lot of good ideas to it, like the plant system. The KT4 was a good wonder weapon in my opinion, and I think it was a good map apart from the power, which if the power weren't so like annoying to do, then I think it'll be number 2. But in number 2 I'm going to go with Drac. I love the bows and everything. Gives you something to do. If you want to go to high rounds, you could easily just jump on tires and Drac, get it set up, and you could go to like round 50. But in number 1 I'm going to go with God Covey. I just love the map out. There's like, you got the Manglers and stuff like that. You got the Mark 3s which they added in, the PPSH that came back, and yeah, it's going to be my top 5.
Yeah, and my top 5, I'm going to switch it up and I'm going to go from number 1 to 5. Gurd Crovey, definitely first one. very, very good. Very good. You know, adding that PPSH, it just gave it more of a feel of an old map, really. And then add in Mark III's, which was really good, because we only thought it was going to be, you know, Mark 1 to Mark 2, but they added the Mark III's, so... And... yeah, it was just a really good map overall. Number 2, I'm going to have to go with the Eisendrache. Adding the bows, so much fun. So much fun to try and get them as well. Giving like a little bit of a quest to try and get them, which was really good. Because it wasn't too hard and wasn't too easy. So it was really good to get them. Number 3, I'm going to have to go with Zetspo. Very good, very good. Adding plants was a really good idea, with buckets of water and everything like that. It gives a new thing to what 115 can do, and you know what different types of colours it can be, and everything. But yeah, it was really fun. So yeah, and my number 4 one is going to be Revelations. It was going to be number 5, but I think Revelations is, you know, a bit more fun than than my number 5. But yeah, it's not too bad of a map. It could have been a lot better. But yeah, adding all of the nostalgic maps and stuff to it was really good. So yeah, I think number 5. You're gonna have to go with the final one, which I can't remember which one it is. Which is just Shadows. So yeah, I don't know. It was alright. A bit too annoying with all of the stuff in it. And Margwar's made it a bit more fun. There's like a boss every 5 rounds, I think it was, which was alright, but they could have done a lot more with it. As a first map, it could have been so much better. But yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to add. Unless anyone else has anything. If not, then we'll just sign off for the second Zombies podcast.
Not a lot
so next week we have World War II zombies and how we think that's going to pan out and all that stuff. So yeah, stick on for that.
Yep. Day or some people.